So in today's video, we're going to be talking about positivity and having a positive mindset, right? You know, the easiest way to have a positive mindset is to do exactly what you want to do. Okay, you feel like taking a walk, take a walk. Okay, you feel like having a shower, have a shower. You feel like having a bath, have a bath. You feel like going swimming, go swimming. Okay, do exactly what you want to do. Because after time, the reason we ain't so positive about life is because we see ourselves in situations where we don't feel like we're doing what we want to be doing, right? So do exactly what you want to do. You know, do that, because if you don't, that's how you're gonna end up with all them negative thoughts like, oh my god, this is not what I want to be doing today. Oh my god, this is not the TV program I want to be watching today. Oh my god, this is not the person I want to be meeting today. So do exactly what you want to do, or work towards doing what you want to do, right? Because that'll build up that muscle, that positive muscle, so that it reinforces your positive thinking. Okay? Yeah. One of the key things of staying positive is staying away from negative people. Okay? Staying away from negative people is key. Why? Because negative people will have you feeling negative for no reason. You understand? Think about all those wonderful ideas that you've had in your life, right? You were positive about them when you thought about them, but the minute that you tried sharing those ideas with someone else, the whole thing went kaput. You know, which is like one of the reasons why you need to hang around with positive people. You need to hang around with people who are about the things that you are about. You know, it's like everything in the world, right? Everything in the world is achieved through teamwork. Everything in the world is achieved through teamwork. And for you to have an effective team, you all need to be working towards one goal together. You know what I mean? If it's like in the army, right? Or let's just say in the army, if you're not in the army, if you're in the if you're in the Navy SEALs, right? Yeah, if you're in the Navy SEALs, if you ever watched any of them Navy SEAL documentaries, right? And you hear them say, "We are," you know, you know what that means. You know, the whole team knows exactly what that means. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Marines, and like they're in a situation that's going sour, and you hear them say, "Who," you know what that means, okay? When the bullets are flying all over someone's head, whether everyone is lost hope in the fight. When you hear that, they know that it's about to go down. Okay, they know that all the fear is gone. It's all about the goal, and the positive energy comes up, bubbling up. It's like it doesn't even come bubbling; it comes up shooting. You know what? It's like brat-a-tat-tat. Okay, cause you be red, you be fired up. Okay. You hear them Navy SEALs say, fired up. It's 62. Feeling good. How about you? You know that them guys, they're about that life and things are about to go down. So you need to surround yourself with positive people who are highly motivated. You understand? Don't mess around with people who are just out there talking about every time you come up with a business plan, you tell them, they're trying to tell you like, oh, they're trying to act like you don't know what you're talking about. Remember, it's like what I said in the previous video. Seize the moment, seize the moment, or seize the day, or seize the whatever. That video that when I was talking, and like I was saying, sometimes these people, you tell them something. You tell them, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And they'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me see a business plan. Like, you don't want to be around people like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around people who are like, you know what? I see how that can work. Actually, I know an accountant who can help us with this situation. Actually, I know a guy here who's really good with financing ideas like this. Actually, I know a guy who's good at financing ideas like this. You need to surround yourself with positive people. You know what I mean? Hey, if you hear them marry and say, hoorah, you know they're ready. They're ready to make things happen. You understand? And these are the people you want to hang around with. People who are not naysayers. You understand? And some of these positive people, some of these negative people, yeah, they're sly. Okay, they're sly, fam. Let me tell you, yeah. Some of these negative people, they'll have you feeling like, oh yeah, your idea is not gonna work, this, that, and the third. And then a few months down the line, you find out that they're the ones that are now doing your idea. You understand? you tell them, you tell them, hey, y'all seen the Social Network, man. You know what I'm talking about. Some of these people, they're sly, man. They'll be like, your idea, there's problems. Your idea, the functionality of your app, it causes problems. And then before you know it, they're out there, they're out there, and they're world famous. And they're worth 22 bill. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be careful. Okay, don't just be sharing your ideas with every Dick, Tom, and Harry that's out there. Okay? Because some of these guys will steal your ideas and they'll tell you like, you know what, that idea is never gonna work. You know? Yeah, I know how us fellas do, yeah. You be going out to the pub or something, and you're just talking to your friends, you're like, I was thinking about doing this, that, and the third, and they'll be like, dude, I don't even see how that's gonna work. If I don't even see how that's gonna work. If you're talking about maybe an idea from back home, for us Commoders, yeah, we in the diaspora, you know what I'm saying? Some of us might have family back home, and we be like, you know what? I got some family back home, and I'm thinking about setting up my farm like this, that, and the third. And that person will be like, you want people to steal your money? They'll be like, you want people to steal your money? Listen, my uncle tried doing this and he lost everything, yeah? Not even, we don't even know, not even a single cent that came from that project, okay? Don't do it, fam. Don't do it. Just keep your money. Keep your money. Keep coming here. Keep buying me rounds. This whole stuff of you wanting to do things that are that are outside the box, yeah, will get you messed up, And then 2 weeks later, you see the Snapchat, yeah. Someone sending same guy, okay. Sending a snap of his farm. Okay, they got maize. This guy, they won't even, they won't even buy a farm that's got nothing, or they'll buy a farm where the maize is about to be harvested. You know what I'm saying? I like 6 foot tall stalks, yeah, of maize, and they're talking about, yeah, it's about to go down. The harvest this year. The harvest this year is gonna be a bumper harvest. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust some of the people that are around you, because most of the people that talk you down and bring you down on your ideas are the people that are around you. Some of them, yeah, you could say, it's because they love you and they don't want to see you get hurt. But some of them are also sly, fam. You be talking about, you know what? I'm thinking about getting a new car, and you hear someone tell you, you've been dreaming about that car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You've been dreaming about getting that car, yeah? Like forever, fam. You've been dreaming about getting that car like forever, right? And, because that's what we do, right? We're just talking, right? We're just talking, innit? So talk. Yeah. And you'll be like, you know what? I'm thinking of getting a new car, man. I'm thinking of getting a new car, or I'm thinking of getting a new house. Or if you ain't that minted, you'll be like, I'm thinking of getting this bicycle, man, this mountain bike. People from back home, they go crazy over mountain bikes. You'll be like, I'm thinking of buying this new mountain bike, man. And people will be like, will be like, I don't think buying that bike is a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they're on Instagram talking about my bike rocks. In fact, they're making a story about how difficult it was to get that bike because they were on sale. But they just told you, nah, don't buy that bicycle. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, you be like, oh, I'm thinking of buying a new car. They'd be like, nah, man, buying a car is bad, man, because, a car is just like a giant black hole that's just sipping your money through. Yeah, it can be a giant black hole that's taking money from you if you just bought the car for the sake of buying the car, right? But if you bought the car smartly because you knew it was gonna catapult you into the next level, then that's how you gotta do it. That's how you got to roll. Listen, let me ask you this. If you went to someone like, let's just say, if you went to someone like Tony Robbins and you'd be like, you know what? I've been dreaming about getting this car, man. I just know that if I get this car, things are going to be different. You think it's going to be like, nah, man, don't ever buy that car. It's just going to weigh you down, man. You don't need to buy a car. Cars are useless these days. They're polluting the ozone, and companies are giving, fake emission data out there. So you know what? You can't even trust cars nowadays. Just use public transport. You think that's what a guy like Tony Robbins is gonna say to you? Nah, fam. He's gonna be like, yeah, that's great. I think that's gonna take you to the next level. You need to make sure that actually, I know a dealer. Who can hook you up for a really nice price, man. Oh, you know what, bud? yeah, I don't know if that's what. Yeah, that's my impression of Tony Robbins. But hey, you get what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about that life. He knows the power of having vision boards and staying positive and and accomplishing simple goals that you have for yourself, and how that reinforces your mind in understanding that, you know what? Thinking about getting something and getting it means that I can also think about other things and get them. Right? You know what I'm saying? But you talk to some of us commoners. All you're gonna hear is negativity, and they're gonna drag you down talking about, nah, don't buy that car. But and then next week, okay, you gonna see that nigga snap. He gonna take a snap and he rolling in that whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And then they be rolling in that whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And you blew your deposit money on some Jordans, fam. You know what I'm talking about? Stay away from negative people, man. You'll be like, some of the ladies will be like, I'm thinking about keeping my hair natural now. I'm so sick of buying these weaves. I'm sick of just giving people money to buy these weaves, and they don't even last long, and they damage my hair anyway. And they'll be like, your girlfriend be like, nah, girl, like, listen, you need to keep on buying them things, and that's how you look fly. You need to put your Cardi B on. You know what I'm talking about? And then the next week, yeah, same girlfriend, yeah, who was telling you, nah, don't do this, don't do that. She talking about, you like my fro. You know them poses that they do these days where they be touching their hair. Shit. She be on one of them. Okay. Your girlfriend. She be on one of them talking about, my hair is so long, I don't know what I've been doing, buying all of these weaves all the time, and I feel so confident with my own hair. This is gonna be my new way of life. You know what I mean? You can't trust none of these people. These people are sly, okay? Remember what 50 Cent said, right? He's like, get your karma, keep it on the low. Okay, you come up with your ideas blow up, you keep them on the low. Because you can't trust what any one of these people will be telling you. Because they're out there. Most of these people, yeah, they're out there for themselves. That's why they're broke, man. That's why they're broke. Because whenever they're working on something, they're only working on something that benefits them. You understand? So they're a consumer. They're not a producer. They're a consumer. That's, you gotta be smart. You gotta see through these things. Okay, you gotta see through these things, especially people out here. I say in the first world countries, first and second world countries. Yeah, if you're in there, if you're in the first or second world countries, I'm telling you, you need to be looking at either setting up your own small online business, learning how to trade, or learning how to invest in cryptos. Okay, don't be listening to people who be telling you, nah, crypto, don't do crypto, man. I think it's a scam, this, that, and the third. Don't tell you it's a scam, man. I'm telling you, next year, they'll be the ones posting a snap here where they're talking about, the crypto check just came in. The crypto check just came in, and they're popping a bottle of Dumperignon. They're on that Vevu. And you're out here stressed because you're like, Jesus. You know how it's like, yeah, when you tell someone something, when you're hanging around with the wrong people, you tell them something, they bring you down. And only to figure out that that's what they went behind your back and started doing. You know what that's like? It messes with your head, man. It messes with your head. And some of us commoners here are nice people. We're too dumb to cancel those people out of our lives. We even go out there and we start helping them, with the same project they told us we shouldn't do, yeah? They're doing it, they're struggling, and they got the nerve. Because people like that, people like that, yeah? People like that, I reckon if someone can do that, he or she definitely lacks empathy. You know what I mean? Because, like, they're not worried, they're not concerned about how you would feel. Because to you, they're your friend, they're your brother, they're your sister, and they just done you dirt, right? And they're not thinking about your feelings. People like that, yeah, will come to you and ask you for assistance. On the same project you told them you were gonna do, they downed you on it, they done it, they're struggling, they'll come to you and ask you for assistance. And because some of us commoners are nice people, we're too dumb to cancel them people out. We'll be like, no, you know what, yeah? I'll help you out, man, I'll help you out. You need to be like, nah, okay? I told you, let's do this. You snaked me, you sort it out. Okay? Don't listen to people who be telling you, oh yeah, you can't start your own business online and this, that, and the third. You need to just start the thing. Listen, start the thing, okay, and learn how it works. Okay. I remember this other billionaire, he's like, what's his name? Dan Pena, I think. He's like, if we left it to engineers, cars would never come off the assembly line. Because they'd be there analyzing this and trying to make it more safe. Nah, okay? Don't be out there sussing out what people think, doing surveys on things that when you had the idea in your bedroom, yeah? Or when you had the idea on your shift at work, the shift was kicking you up the backside, and suddenly, because you were trying to escape, an idea came. You start vibrating on a different wavelength, yeah? You connect to the ether and the idea downloads into your head. The idea downloads into your head and you are like, yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. And then you have the nerve to take a survey on what the ether has told you. Huh? You got the nerve to take a survey on what God done told you to do. Huh? Or what the ancestors done told you to do. You lost, man. Okay, that's why your idea ends up getting stolen. Okay? Because there's some things that you shouldn't be questioning. You should be just like, yes, Lord. I've been waiting on this idea. Oh, yes, Lord. Okay. Sometimes, you don't understand, man. You gotta declare a fatwa, yeah? You gotta declare a fatwa on negative thinking and get your jihad on and blow up big like that nigga or that nigga Boston George, man. Have so much money, you don't know where to put it. Shall I put it in the walls? Shall I put it in the roof? Or in the rafters, fam? Huh? Shall I dig a hole in the backyard? Because I don't know what to do. I've put the money in gold, I put the money in crypto, and I put the money in real estate, and I put the money on my online business, and I put the money everywhere where I can think of, and I put the money in the ground, okay, planting planting crops, cash crops in my farm, and I put them on SpaceX on SpaceX shares or whatever the heck, yeah. I don't know what else to do with this money. Fam, dig a hole, put the money in there, fam. See who will come. You gotta go hard, okay? Because no one else is gonna do it for you. Gotta go hard. Cancel out all these negative people out of your life, because they're the ones that are bringing you down. Some of us have ideas, right? Some of us have ideas that could have blown up ages ago. You understand? But because we listened to what certain people around us told us, telling us, you can't listen to that guy, you can't listen to that guy and what he says. He's a criminal. He's a thief, you know? You can't listen to anything that guy says. But had you listened to what that guy says, had you listened to what that guy said back then, and then started practicing, right? Listen, you don't just get a football. You don't just get a football and become Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't just get a football and become Ronaldinho or Robinho or Pele or Pogba. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. You have to practice. You have to practice. This is what I was saying in my other video, practice success. Yeah? You have to practice your success. Okay? Then you gain the skills. You reinforce. Imagine you do crossovers. You're doing crossovers on the court, or you're doing step over. You're practicing your step overs on the football pitch, right? After a while, it's just automatic. Your brain knows what to do, right? Your brain knows what to do. So you can't be out here just thinking, oh, because someone told you you can make 5,000 or 15K, you know, whatever that thing say. What do you say? 5 to 15K a month, you can do that overnight. Are you mad? Even the job that you have, yeah, the job that you have, in order for you to make, let's say you're on minimum wage, right? In order for you to make 15K on your job, it takes the whole year. And when you're working, you know, this is one thing that when you're working, right, your job, you think your job is safe, right? Okay, cool. When you're working on your job, do you get paid every day or you get paid at the end of the 30 days? A rhetorical question, right? Do they even care where your money for the transport comes from? Do they even care where your money for the lunch is coming from? Do they care where the money for the soap, yeah, the toothpaste you're using, you know, is coming from? Nah. All they want you is to turn up, put in the work for free for the next 30 days, for the next 29 days, and then they give you your money at the end of that month. You might even die before you get your money. Okay? But we're out here telling you, you know what? You need to invest in yourself, learn skills that are going to set you up, that in the next 15 or 20 years time, you're going to be sitting on a perch, you know? If you're in your 20s, by the time you're 40, in your 40s, you need to be sitting back and retiring. You can't be waiting until you're in your 60s. Okay, but the only way you can do that, I'm telling you, the only way you can do that is if you start laying the foundation now, start practicing, okay? Find you a course that teaches you, if you're in a first world country or second world country, find you a course that teaches you how to make your money online. Find yourself a course that teaches you how to trade. Find a course that teaches you how to invest in crypto, right? And practice. You understand what I'm saying? Just practice. You don't have to put a lot of money into it, okay? What's $50 or $100 a month to you? You understand? You know you spend, if it wasn't for the lockdown, you know you would have blown that much money in a weekend. Okay, you would have, there are people who are spending, there are people who are saying they're broke, right? There are people who are saying they're broke, But they're spending more than that right now because the lockdown is over here and people are hanging around. You're spending more than $50 to $100 a weekend. You understand? When there's courses out there that you can pay for $100, $150, right? For the entire year. And some of them are not even for the entire year. You just buy it once, that's it. You keep it, it's yours. You keep it, it's yours. Which is exactly why I turned my course here into less than $2, fam. Because I know how people will be thinking. They'll be like, oh, you know what? This stuff is too expensive. I can't do this. Da 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 da. Dude, if you can't even put $2 into investing into your own knowledge on how to set yourself up online, then you deserve to be in the predicament that you're going to be in the next 15 to 20 years. Don't even come back to us talking about, oh, you know, life is hard and this, that, and the third, acting like you didn't hear the commoner speaking when I was telling you, you know what, you need to invest in your own knowledge right now. Okay, if you're in a second or third world country, right? Because you're in a second world country, you're a bit in between. You're in a second or third world country. You need to be looking at investing into either farming, transportation, construction, or things like selling water. You know what I mean? I mentioned this on my other previous video. The 5 business ideas for millennials in the diaspora, right? And like, I go into detail there about some of the things that you can actually do to set yourself up. Don't be listening to all them negative people telling you, you know what, if you set your thing up back home, you know, people are gonna disappear with your money. Listen, in that business, in that video, I talked about setting up your security, yeah? And I said that at the end of the day, I'm gonna repeat it, at the end of the day, it's your business, it's your company. Make sure you're watching what everyone else is doing. And that was then in the other video, setting goals for success, right? And I was saying, you know what? At the end of the day, you need to keep tabs on everybody in your company. Because when things go belly up, which they always do in business, sometimes things don't work well. Okay? It's just like, listen, if you're on a job, okay, things don't work, companies close down, you can get fired for things that you didn't do. My black people, you know what I'm talking about. Or, you know, you can get fired or you can get suspended for things that you didn't do. You know, someone saw you, you know, someone saw you do something, they misinterpreted it, they reported you, but because they were a customer and you were still on your probation, you're done, fam. Okay, you're done, that's it. Bad things can happen, okay? But you need to have security. You need to make sure that your security is on, okay? Because it's part of some human's nature, right? I'm not gonna say it's human nature because not all of us be on them dodgy things, fam. Some of us we're God's children. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on that demonic shit, okay? We ain't out there acting like Lucifer's spawn. So you need to keep tabs on everybody, okay? Because when a demon gets into somebody, yeah, it don't matter who they are, fam. They'll do you dirty, okay? Don't matter who they are. It don't matter who they are. So you need to keep tabs on them. Okay, and you need to make sure you got security, okay? You got someone, listen, every single, you watch it, every single company, right? Or every single successful person, every king, emperor, they always have someone who's like their second. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what, even in the army, right? Even in the army, when you got your sergeant, you got someone right below who's like letting everyone else hear the instruction again. You understand? Sergeant be like, all right, let's move out. And there's a guy back there who's like, yeah, you heard it, man, let's move out. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need. You need someone out there who's parroting your orders and who's making sure that when you say march, yeah, people are marching. And when you say left, we're all going left. When you say we're fired up, we're all fired up. Okay. And we're achieving whatever we want to achieve because we're positive and we got that AMG mindset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be listening to these people telling you, oh, you're going to lose your money. Keep your security tight. Anyone who gets out of line, you know what to do. Anyone who gets out of line, you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know what to do. Okay? You're not going to get successful by being a wimp. Okay? You're not going to protect. Listen, the first rule of business, what is it? Protect your investment. Right? Protect your investment. Remember what I said this in one of my videos. I was like, remember what Don Corleone said? You know, Vincent was like, Uncle Mike, Uncle Mike, hey, Joey Zaza is out there. He's talking crap. Okay, we need to lead in. We need to lead in on this deck. We need to lead in on him. You know, and like. Wink. It's like Joey Zaza is out there saying Uncle Mike, you know, screw Uncle Mike, screw Michael Corleone, okay. And the Don is like, nah, listen, I don't need tough guys, I need lawyers, right? In the end, you know what happened, okay? They waxed Joey Zaza and this bulldog again, who was dipping bullets inside like. Painted the streets red with him, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need to know that you need to protect your investment. I ain't gonna tell you what to do, okay? But you know, people are always gonna take certain people, right? I wanna say certain people are always gonna try to take advantage because you know, let's be honest. There's poverty out there, and poverty makes. You know, I think poverty, me personally, I think poverty is a demon, man. I think poverty is a spirit, fam. Because it makes people do dodgy things. Okay? It makes people do inhumane things. Okay? Just to try and survive. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Manipulators and winds whistling in people's ears. You know how it goes down, man. Hey, so yeah, you need to make sure you're on that and that you are being strict about those things. You make sure that if you're, depending on what country you're in, you know the laws you gotta play by, right? Like I said, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, you know. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. You know exactly the countries that you're living in, the rules that you play by. You know what I'm saying? Like what my nigga Morpheus has said. Sometimes some of these laws, they can be bent, some of them can be broken. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Handle your business, protect your investment. Okay? That way, no one's gonna take advantage of you. Or if they try, they know what's gonna happen. Remember, it's like what I was saying out there, like, you need to be a financial threat. You know? People need to know, like, if they mess with you, you go sign that check, yeah? And things are gonna happen. Okay? You need to be about that life. Okay? You need to be about that life. Protect your investment. Listen, why do you think countries have armies, fam? Hey, you know, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other day, like, because I'm like a pacifist. Yeah, I don't like no violence. I don't like no drama. But I was meditating on this, trying to look at it properly, yeah. Because like everything that has been set up by those that have come before us is for a reason. You understand? You understand? You might think it's stupid, or you might have an opinion about it, but it was done for a reason. So I'm out here, you know, because like I looked online like trying to find out like why is it okay for a soldier to go out there and kill someone, but when an ordinary person does it, it's wrong. Because to me, killing someone is killing someone. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You know what? I love the army. I love what they do. They protect us, and while we're sleeping, and they're affording us peace in our sleep. And even for me to have this conversation, it's because someone is out there doing what they're supposed to do. So, like I said, hoorah, you know what I'm saying? Something fine. Oh, you know, whatever they say out there. Okay. Yeah. Hey, anyway, getting back to my point. I was thinking about it, so I'm like, why do countries have armies? I mean, because people be like, oh yeah, let's be nice, let's live together in peace. But nah, okay, there's things out there that hijack the human psyche and make people do crazy shit. And sometimes you're gonna need a bit of force to stop people, because there's some people who don't understand boundaries. There's some people who don't understand boundaries. One of my exes here was like to me, you know what? I know someone who, like, they don't feel emotions the same way that we do. She was like, oh, let's say you were driving in the road and you ran over a pigeon or a squirrel, badgers. Where I'm living now, they got like badgers by the ton. I love badgers, man. I think actually badgers are my favorite animals, man. Because them lot, they don't give a fuck. Okay, especially them African man. Hey, yeah, y'all seen the gods must be crazy, man. You know what I'm talking about. Them badgers, they don't give a fuck, bro. Like, also, listen, I had respect for a badger. I remember I was in my uncle's house here way back in the day, and like I'm watching this National Geographic thing here, and this badger was like in the Kalahari, back in Botswana. It's in the Kalahari for y'all that don't know your geography. Kalahari Desert is in Africa and the Botswana. So like, this badger is at work. This badger, badgers, they eat anything. So this badger saw a snake, right? And this snake was poisonous. Listen, if it bit a human, that's it. Night. You be with Jesus. Okay. This badger went for the snake. The snake bit the badger, fam. I'm like, I was so heartbroken because I was rooting for the badger, yeah? This badger had been through thick and thin. Even lions can't even kill badgers half the time, fam. That's how tough they are. Lions leave badgers alone, fam. They're like, oh, you need to be aggressive like a lion. You don't know, fam. Badgers are tough, man. I've seen badgers wrestle pythons and all that. I'm like, what? Telling you, shout out to the badgers. Anyway, this badger got bitten by this poisonous snake, yeah? And I was like, oh, shit. This badger gonna die. And like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah? My uncle was a bit upset as well. He might not have showed it, but I know, because like everyone, we were rooting for that badger. Shout out to my uncle if he's watching. That crazy yellow viper, man. I can't really remember its name. It was in the desert somewhere. Bit the flipping thing. The badger, I'm like, oh crap. And the cameraman keeps filming, man. Them cameramen, they're heartless, man. They're okay, like, yeah, we gonna watch. He keeps filming, and I'm like, oh, heartbroken. I'm like, shit. My nigga, click, clack, pow, my nigga down, And like, I think it was after 3 hours, yeah, the badger revived. I was like, oh, shit. You need to be relentless. You need to be ruthless. Okay, with people who try to take you down. Okay, even when they snake you and they think you're finished. Okay, remember I was talking in my previous video. I talked about the burning embers in your soul, right? You need to be like that. When they think they done poured water on you and they done poured all the shade they get and you're finished, okay? Those embers, your desire to achieve what you want to desire, your desire to achieve what you want to, your desire to achieve what you want to achieve should be burning in your soul like the embers in that log, okay? So that when they think you're done, you are still in there, you're smoldering, and when they come up tomorrow, they will find you all set up. When they see you in 15 years, 10 or 15 years from now, okay? You'll be so set up and you'll be so far ahead. They'll be asking you what you did when all you did was go to my Patreon page, support my work, and get this info for less than $2 a month. Who? So yeah, that's what I was. You need to stay positive no matter what, and you need to stop telling most of these people what you're planning on doing with your life, because these people, they can't be trusted. And you need to stop telling people what you're gonna be doing with your life. You need to stay positive, and you need to stop telling people what you're planning on doing with your life, you know, because it's like all interconnected. If you are positive and you're telling a lot of people what you're doing with your life, those people, you're giving them power to have opinions over things that you already believe in. You're giving them too much power. That's too much power to give anyone. And you know, most people can't handle power. They get a little bit of power, they go mad. You know, you've seen it when you're at a job, yeah, and some next random dude who used to be cool, gets a little bit of power. Next thing that happens, that person is the biggest a-hole on the planet. Literally, like, you used to get late with him, but now, and he knew why. You know, he knows that you have a family at home, and there's certain things that you can't do that are always gonna push you to come late. But now, because he's promoted, he's out there riding you. You know, he riding you like he riding you like like a horse with a broken leg, fam. He don't get. Okay. So you need to be careful what you tell some of these people. Don't give them too much power over your dreams, over your vision. Don't tell them nothing. Just do it by yourself, in the quiet, on the low, in the dark. And when it pops up, like it's corner, yeah? Because you're that guy, yeah? You're that girl, so it's gonna pop. Okay. There's no doubt. Okay. It's only a matter of when. Okay. It's no what if. It's just a question of time. It's just a matter of when you're gonna blow up, when your trading account is gonna be bringing in more money in a day than you've made in a year at some of the jobs that you're working, when your online business is gonna be bringing in whatever you were making in a week in one day. Okay, in one evening you would have made more money selling your little digital product, selling your little digital products than you would have made had you been at work clocking in your 55 or 60 or 70-hour work week. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of, oh, what if it don't work? Because the reason you're listening to this video right now is because you are about that life. You're about that life. Okay. Hey, you're sick and tired of hanging around Shanae and them, hanging around Tony and them, you know, all of hanging around some of these man them who ain't going nowhere. You know, you take one step forward and 10 pushing you 10 steps back. You know, you're thinking like, Jesus Christ, how did I even end up in this situation? That's because some of these people, wherever they are, you know, there's no, I think it was Isaac Newton or whatever the heck it was. Some scientist once said that there's gravity is the most pervasive force or whatever the heck he said. I'm saying negativity is the most pervasive force. There's no force more pervasive than negativity. Never mind gravity. Negativity and gravity are all the same, okay? Because they make people sink. You know what I'm talking about? Whenever someone comes with a negative thought, will always be more powerful than a positive thought. That's just how it works. Okay, that's just how it works. That's why only 1% of the population is owning 99% of all the assets on the planet. Okay, Because the rest of the 99, they're being dragged down by negativity. It's the same. Because the same brain cells that you have are the same brain cells that the other guy has. Okay. So there should be absolutely no reason at all why you shouldn't achieve what he has achieved or better. You're just limiting yourself. Okay. And this also goes into limiting beliefs. But you know what? That's a story for another video. Positive thinking is important, man. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. You need to learn to control your mind. Okay. I was listening to this guy. I think his name I think his name is Dandapani or something like that. And he's like, hey, you need to learn to control your mind. And a lot of people don't know how to control their minds because you know, he said like your consciousness is like a little ball of light, right? And your mind is basically like the universe. There's all sorts of places in there. There's places where you can be happy. There's places where you can be angry, where you can be sad, where you can be lonely. There's places where you can be having a ball, and there's places where it's just great, you know. And your consciousness is that light that you can choose to shine on whatever that's in your universe. So imagine if your universe is filled up with negative things, your consciousness is just gonna keep there. Your consciousness is just gonna be on that. You know, you're just gonna be dragged onto that, and that's all you're gonna be thinking about. Okay, but if you can move your consciousness to the brighter parts of your mind, where there's positivity, where there is courage, where there is faith in your ideas, where there is a hope in the fact that it might not have happened now, but you believe in you know, you don't believe by sight, okay, but you believe by you live by faith. You don't live by sight, but you live by faith. Okay, you got that faith in you. That's smoldering amber in your soul. That's holding on to that dream, and you're like, you know what? I might not have made it now, but 10 years from now, I'm gonna be on top. You know, I'm gonna be on top. All of these problems right now, you know, I'm gonna be looking at them like, I don't even know why I have this kind of problem. Because if you don't have your positivity handled, the minute that you get success, you're gonna crumble. Listen, I've watched times where Microsoft, maybe in a week or so, their shares lose something equivalent to like $200 million in value. Okay, in a week or something like that. Probably happens in a day now because like there's a lot more money out there, so a lot more trading is happening, right? $200 million in a week, you've lost that, okay, in your share value. Now imagine you're a negative person, you know, you can't even pay your bills and you're upset. Now imagine you get success tomorrow, and before the weekend, you know, some dummy out there does something stupid while they're wearing your company's logo on their t-shirt. And you know what social media is like? It's about ruthless, man. You be all over your company be all over social media talking about what are their employees, da 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 da. Next thing you know, you wake up and your share value is tanked. Okay, you're looking at your share capital like, oh my god. Okay, and you're already a negative person. That's how you end up hearing like, oh, you know, such and such, you know, their company went down and they killed themselves. It's that mentality, okay, where you don't have enough positivity to sustain you through the dark times. That's why you need to work at it. You need to practice success, okay, so that when it comes, you're ready. You need to practice positivity so that when trouble comes, which it does, okay, let's not lie. Listen, let's not lie here. Let's not be out here talking fairy tales. Life happens, okay? Life happens and businesses go down the drain. Life happens, your suppliers show up late. By the time they come in, the demand is dead because your customers done gone elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Life happens, okay? So when things like that happen, you need to be that person who lives by faith, not by sight, who's always positive. You understand? You know that, you know what, I might not have made it now, but I'm gonna make it. Why? Because I've been in bad situations before and I'm still here. Listen, anyone who's listening to this video right now, I want you to know that you're a survivor. Okay, I want you to know that you're like Muhammad Ali, man. You rumble in the jungle. Okay, that's you. Or you're a survivor. Okay, all the way in Central Africa out there, you know, doing your thing. with Mabuto Sese Seko, okay, in there, okay, in the boonies, okay, you're a survivor, man. You're a survivor, and you're here because you know that ember in your soul is still burning, and you're looking for that chance. You're just looking for someone to be like, you know when you're fire, you know when they're making fire in the camp, yeah, they're making fire in the camp here, because like you know. Or since right now it's almost summertime. When you're making a fire for your barbecue, yeah, and you're gonna cook, and you're gonna barbecue some cucumbers because I'm vegetarian now. You know that. Hey, leave me. Hey, you're gonna barbecue some cucumbers. you're gonna and you're gonna barbecue some cucumbers here. You're gonna blow on the fire so that what? So that the fire lights up hard. Okay, so that the fire lights up hard and all that charcoal, yeah, turns into red embers, fam. Okay, that's what you're waiting for, and this video is what you need. Okay, trust me, this video is what you need, and I'm here to tell you that okay, your time is now. Okay, remember when I said in the other video, I said seize the moment. Yeah, this is your moment. Okay, this is your moment to start practicing who you're gonna be in 10, 15, or 20 years time. Okay, you're gonna be the guy that everyone out there is calling you sir, even when you don't have a suit on. You know, because some people think, oh yeah, for you to be called sir, you need to have a suit on. Fam, there are people who own real estate out there when they when they go in that building, yeah. Everybody knows. Everybody, you know when them contractors are working on them building and they hear like, oh, you know, the owner is coming. Fam, some people don't even take those smoking breaks that they, you know how people be taking smoking breaks every other time, yeah. When they know that the owner is coming, they don't be taking no smoking breaks. They be working like they've never smoked a day in their life. That's you, because they know you're coming, fam. They know that you're gonna be there, and you don't take nonsense. Remember, you need to have that finance, yeah. That makes everyone around you feel that you're a threat. You know, I see you smoke. I done seen you smoke a couple of times out here. The next time you smoking, we suspending that ass. That's you. Okay, you don't even have to say they know. Like, you know what, the boss is coming. This business of you guys drinking teas from your flasks. You need to put your flasks over there. Okay. Today, I don't want to see any flasks here. Because, you know, sometimes people, you know, because you know the environment and whatnot, sometimes people just do whatever. Alright? People just do whatever. Because, and forget that, you know, that's a health and safety issue. You know, you leave your flask over there, some random person slips over it. The company getting sued, didn't it? So, you know, you leaving your flasks over there because the owner is coming and we don't want him to see any of that nonsense. That's gonna be you, okay? That's why you're on this video, because you're gonna make it, okay? We're tired of dealing with people who think we ain't gonna make it. We're the ones, okay? We like Neo, man. We waking up out of this matrix, and we're the ones, okay? We're gonna show these people how to live, and after that, you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, you tell them that. That's you. Okay, straight to the top. Okay, I could go like what Scarface say. Tony Montana is like, I could go straight to the top, man. That's you. You're gonna go straight to the top. Okay, because you're a tiger. Don't listen to any of these people trying to gas you up with their negativity. You know, when people start talking that negative talk, do yourself a favor. Just walk away. Okay. Maybe people start talking all that negative talk. You say you talk to them, you're like, oh, you know what, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. And then they start talking that negative talk. Just go on your phone and be like, you know what, excuse me, I have to answer this. Yeah, money. Where you at, B? You in my account? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to any of that. Okay? Don't listen to any of that nonsense. Okay? Listen to positive music. Do your affirmations. Okay? Daily. Okay? Do your affirmations daily. Buy yourself some software, that's gonna tune you up subliminally. You know, there's like lots of free softwares you can get on the Apple Store on Google Play, yeah, where you can flip in, hypnotize yourself with good thoughts. Okay, hypnotize talking about I love money. Money is good. I love success. Success is good. Success pays my bills. You understand what I'm saying? For free. And that thing will be flashing over here the whole day. Okay? The next thing you know, all you're talking about is success and making it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't give these people too much power. Okay? Don't give them too much time in your life. You ask them, you don't even have to ask them. You don't even have to ask them if they want to join you in an idea. Remember what I said in my other video? I said, just talk to them. Just be like, oh, have you heard about this? Oh, have you heard that, you know, there's some people out there who are making money from property, man. They're like buying old houses and selling old houses. Some random person will be like, oh, you know, but that's risky, man. The market is, the market is dodgy and this and that. Fam. You know, there's houses out there that get sold. There's houses out there. I'm in the UK. Yeah. There's houses out here that get sold for like £4,000 a house. Okay, you be paying mortgage. you be paying mortgage over there for like 120 a month, man, for a house. You put a tenant in there. you put a tenant in there, and then you just sit on it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't listen to what any of these naysayers think about or try to tell you, man. You get yourself a little house somewhere out there in Skemdom or wherever the hell, you know, up there in Scotland or whatever. Get yourself a one bedroom apartment or whatever. Get it all sorted out. Put someone in there. Pay the mortgage. You know. Maybe they'll say that, you know, the mortgage will be finished paying in 10 years or whatever, and you're paying you're paying like 100 and something pounds a month on mortgage. You put a tenant in there, and like you don't even touch the money from the tenant. All you do is you pay the mortgage yourself. Everything that's coming in from the tenant, you're putting it in your business account. That stuff in like a few years or so, fam. That stuff in like a few years, it accumulates, and you go to the bank and you tell them, you know what, I need to borrow some money for a real estate project that I'm working on. And they ask you like, oh, so they don't even have to ask you. These guys, you know, they're so stupid. But you tell them, you know, I have a bank account with you, I'm coming there. They'll be like, oh, so what's your name? Can I take your details down? The minute they take your details down, they're running your name through the system. They know how much money has been coming in there all the time. They know you're a reliable, safe bet. And tomorrow they'll be like, you don't even have to ask. They'll be like, oh, so yeah, Mr. So-and-so, this is what we're looking at. You know what? These are the financial products that we can offer you. Be like, huh? Oh, well, why don't you please go ahead, tell me what you can offer me. You understand? But you listen to these naysayers, yeah, they're gonna tell you, you know, nobody wants to move into a house. Nobody wants to move into a house these days because COVID, because Corona. Corona. Listen, you know how much money? You know, listen, because of COVID, people are downsizing. So it's in your best interest to get in those small houses and do something with your life. Okay. They were like, oh yeah, you're living with your parents, but you know, I know a guy back in the day who used to be like, hey yo, Sean, listen, I know you're living with your parents, yeah, but let me show you something. This guy had 2 properties. This guy, ex-British Army, yeah. This guy has, back then, that was like 6 or 7 years ago, he had 2 properties in the States. Okay, I don't know how he did. He had 2 properties in the States. You understand? And he was living with his parents. just living at his mom's house. That's why I tell people, like, you know what? Don't listen to people who are telling you, how can you be this old and still living at your parents' house? Because you got plans and ambitions, fam. You're going to go out there and give your money to a stranger. Like my nigga Boosie said, like, you going to give your money to a stranger. If you get sick, can you ask the landlord that, you know what, I'm sick. Can I have some of that money back? What? You ain't trying to hear all that. You understand? But if you're at home and things go bad, you get sick or you lose your job, you know there's people around you that can support you. And that's what you need. In order to stay positive, you need to build yourself. Not go into a positive environment. You need to build yourself a positive environment. Okay? You need to build yourself a positive environment, so positive to a point where the fail-safes are positive. When you're watching them science fiction movies, yeah? Well, so they say. You're watching them science fiction movies, and the power station loses power, and you hear the AI say, switching to auxiliary power. You need to have your auxiliary power, your auxiliary power in the positive. Okay? That even when you fail and when things are not working, like the people that I live with, they're like some of the most positive people that I know. I remember this other time, this other time I was doing what do you call it? I was trading Forex, right? I was trading Forex and I lost like $2,000. Okay, I lost like $2,000 and I was pissed. I was pissed. That's the thing. Because I was starting, innit? I was just starting. Something had happened in the market. I saw the money go up to 800. But I saw the money go to like $800 or something like that. And I'm thinking like, you know what? Because where my take profit is, this is what you say. This is what your stop losses and whatever. Me, when I trade, I'm all in or not. You know what I'm saying? The only time I'm putting a stop loss is when the trade goes so far, when the trade goes so far up that I think, you know what? I'm putting the stop loss in the profit. That if it goes down below this and it stops me, I'm coming out in profit. You understand what I'm saying? My stop loss is my broker's margin call. Okay, that's my stop loss. I ain't trying to set 20 pips, this pips. Nah, fam. I'm in there. I'm in there till the wheels fucking fall off. Okay, and we're gonna get that money. Okay, that's why we're in there. Anyway, whatever had happened. I'd lost $2,000, and like I was upset. So I'm upset. And I didn't even lose the whole $2,000 anyway because it hit the stop loss. You know what I'm saying? I closed the trades. I panicked because I was still starting. I panicked and I closed the trades. But in the long run, yeah, my panic was a good panic because that asset tanked so. Anyway, I'll tell you the story. Listen, it was gold because me, I like gold. Okay, something happened with gold, and like that. After that, it just tanked. Okay, that's when it ended up hitting like it was. I think gold announced then went all the way down to 1.75 or something like that. It was just something stupid like that. Okay, but something happened, and I was just like, this is no good, because like I saw what was happening with the price, and I panicked. Okay, because normally, like if I had seen that price, I would have stayed in. Because the money wasn't mine. I had borrowed some money because I'm like, I could stay here, okay, saying I don't have money, or I could go over there, borrow some money, and get in on this thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the risk, okay? You gotta take the jump, okay? Sometimes when you see a potential investment, yeah. They talk about risks, man. I know about risk, man. Hey. Listen, sometimes when you see a potential investment, yeah, You gotta get your froggy on and jump in that water, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey! Listen, so I panicked, came out, lost $2,000, and like I wasn't talking to anyone for like 2 weeks. You know, because there were times where, like, you know, I remember I was talking to my dad. You know, there'd be times where he'd be asking me, "Oh yeah, so how is it going?" And I'd be like, "You know what? I've just made enough. You know what? I just made enough for the whole week." He'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, "Yeah, for the whole week." Because in comparison to my old job, yeah, I'd have made like a good 600, 700 a day. Okay, so I'd be like, "You know what? I've made enough for the whole week." Okay, and like, I wasn't talking to anyone. I was upset. But what happened was my dad came down and like he was talking to me, man. He was talking to me. And I was like, you know, your money goes down and you're thinking, shit, how am I gonna pay, how am I gonna pay insurance and all that out? Because I was flying high. You know what I'm saying? Skirt! I was flying high, yeah? Flipping barely landed on that. Not even on a runway, yeah? Barely landed on that aircraft carrier, fam, and I'm hanging at the edge. I'm like, am I gonna eject or what? Or am I just gonna climb out of this thing? I can't make up my mind. I'm upset. I'm in there. But that comes to me is like, listen, you need to understand that losses happen, okay? So just become find out what happened and just try not to make sure that it happens again, you know? And like, it got to me, man. Because one of the people I had borrowed money was actually him. You know what I'm saying? And because I hadn't been talking to people for a few days, he came and talked to me because, you know, these old timers, they know. They know, you know, like, yeah. You know, these parents, they know you, fam. You be thinking like you slick, nah, fam. They've done the slick thing. They know what happened. So like, you know. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you need to be in an environment where even if you woke up, people around you are gonna be positive and give and fan your embers. You understand? It's all about fanning those embers in your soul, man. That's what it's about. But you ain't gonna get that if you're hanging around Tony and them. That's all I'm gonna say. When you're hanging around, when you're running around TT, you're hanging around TT and them. They ain't gonna tell you nothing positive. They're just gonna tell you like, you know what? This is what I was trying to say. Like, these things are dodgy, so you should be very careful. As if they know anything about, as if they even know what a margin call is. You know what I'm saying? As if they as if they know what a tracking pixel is. Fam, you need to stop listening to people who do not know a single thing about some of the dreams, great hopes, great ambitions that you have that are going to take you to the next level in a way where even your bum ass, loser ass, whatever ass, friends and family, if you're unfortunate to have any of those, are going to be shocked and are going to benefit from it. Because that's why we're in here. We're not in here just for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're not in here just for ourselves. Most of us got jobs that are paying our bills and all that. Yeah, you know, every end of the month we're all happy because we have to go back there just to pay for the next bill. But it's working for us. But we're looking at everyone else like, jeez, you know, what can I do to assist? So yeah, stay positive. Be with the team that's positive. Okay, positivo. Like what my Spanish friends say, you know, that's what you need in your life. Don't be out here messing about with people who listen. The reason why some of these people do not come to you with business ideas and you are the one going to them with business ideas is because they are so negative. They've already talked themselves out of whatever it is that's nice that they might have come up with when they connected with the ether, yeah, and not coming to tell you because they don't talk themselves out of it. You haven't talked yourself out of it. You know what you're supposed to do, but because you're about your friends, you're about your family, so you do the nice thing and you go and tell them, and they just like bring all that negativity down there with you. all the way to all the way to Davy Jones' locker. You know what I'm saying? You don't need any of that shit. Okay, them men are living in an inverted world. You know when Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew had to like flip the boat and all that crap, or the ship, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because they're living in an inverted world. That's what they're you're out here, you're living in a positive world. Their world is inverted. You know, they're not giving up on all of their dreams and hopes. That's why they're not coming to you with any. Okay? So you need to know who to stay away from. Sometimes, okay, sometimes you need to let your money do the talking. Know what I'm saying? You need to let your money do the talking. Okay. You need to let your money do the talking. Anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe.